Hey, all you foodies and ghoulies out there. You can find Slice of the Paranormal anywhere podcasts are found, or you can watch us on our YouTube channel.
Hey, hi, hello there, and welcome to another episode of Slice of the Paranormal.
Hello.
Hi.
I'm Ryan. To my left is Christy.
Hi.
To my right is a guy who we trust with a lot of this information, Steven, our resident historian. And we do this thing on the weekly where we go check out paranormal spots, review a local pizza while we're there, come back here and discuss it all, talk about the lore, talk about what's been said. You can take our word for it, or you can look up the information yourself, but that's what we do.
Yeah. Thank you, Cup of Code, for everything you guys do for us.
Lovely cup of code.
Yeah.
Oh, speaking of, just while we're on that, one of our viewers just saw stuff in State College on our billboard in State College and said, hey, I just subscribed to your stuff. Like the billboard.
I saw that today. I was like, oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
It's very cool.
Pretty fun. But yeah, I mean, unless you have any fun stories, Steve. Where are we at today?
Well, I mean, for this episode, I thought, we're almost to July, and, it's the America's 250th anniversary.
Yeah.
So I figured we should do an episode on a historic event of
Sounds good.
1776.
1776.
So in 1776, we are dealing with the winter time of
United
this
States.
year. And General George Washington has been defeated at the Battle of Long Island. Over in Boston, the British have taken over. His 4,000 to 6,000 troops that were in Washington crossing Pennsylvania were fighting the bitter cold, and sickness was killing a lot of soldiers more than bullets were.
That's what they say.
Washington comes up with this bold plan. We're going to go across the Delaware River and march down to Trenton and New Jersey, where you're going to love this. The Hessians have an outpost, and they're going to attack the Hessian outpost. Now, they decide to do this.
So
Wasn't
we're
it on
in
Christmas Day?
Sorry. You're good. You go first.
Wasn't it on Christmas Day or the day after Christmas? Christmas night?
At 6 p.m. on December 25th.
Okay.
They start crossing the Delaware River.
Yeah.
With many of these boats, these shallow boats. And they then march down to Trenton, which the battle happens the morning of the 26th.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
So it's the day after Christmas.
Day after Christmas.
But, the weather was pretty crappy on the 25th.
That's what they say.
So it was snowing. So, the Hessians had heard that they might be attacking, but they were like, they're not going to attack. It's snowing out there. The weather's horrible.
Right.
They're not going to do
It's Christmas.
It's Christmas. We just opened up our presents. There's no way they're going to attack us. So Washington really caught them with their pants down.
Yeah.
They were not ready for this. And I'd like to point out that at this time, a lot of the 4,000 to 6,000 troops that were under Washington and were all around Washington crossing Pennsylvania.
Which, if you don't know, is down past Philly. It's right on the New Jersey, Pennsylvania border.
Correct.
In fact, doesn't the river make the difference between the two states there?
Yeah, the Delaware River is what cuts Pennsylvania off from New Jersey.
At that point,
and there's also, because they left Pennsylvania and crossed the Delaware to New Jersey, on the other side of the river, that is called Washington Crossing, New Jersey.
So it's Washington crossing Pennsylvania and Washington crossing New Jersey.
Because we know that he travels this, and it's like everyone says, oh, it's like the big one-time trip over the Delaware. But what people don't realize is it was 3 trips that he did over the Delaware.
Yeah, but we were there. You could throw a football over that river.
It's pretty narrow.
And that's probably why there was a ferry there, was because, you'd pick the narrowest part of the river.
Fair enough. That's probably why they built the bridge
ferry.
there. Okay.
And, just, what is it, like 5-8 miles north is New Hope, which also had
Right
a ferry. There. And I'm sure there might have been some troops that were ferried over across the New Hope.
Well, it's just funny in the famous portrait of it. There's like waves coming up in the water. It looks like they're crossing like a strait of some kind, not a river.
It's not waves; it's ice. Actually, it's like little chunks of ice everywhere. I got the picture up for anybody on YouTube.
It was very icy, and I will say this: that George Washington did cross the river. He was on one of the first boats that crossed the river. So he did lead the men. But I want to point out that these guys some of them were like a month away from being, out of the
being done
that they could have left. So there was a real fear that some of these guys were going to leave because they had been losing battles.
Just peacing out early kind of deal.
Just peace out, go back, work the farm.
I'm done. I was close enough.
So I ran across something that I found. George Washington forced his soldiers to read, and I wanted to share it with you guys.
Forced them, like you're gonna be literate.
He told all the soldiers, you have to read this. There was a guy, you might know him, Thomas Paine. He's known for writing Common Sense. Okay. Now, I know about Common Sense. I talk about it when I give tours at the Joseph Priestley House or whatever. But what I didn't know was he wrote something called The American Crisis.
Okay.
And
Sounds somewhat familiar.
You're going to recognize the first line.
Okay.
This was published a week before the Delaware crossing that George Washington did. So the troops had just read this passage.
It's like a Braveheart stuff I'm feeling, right?
It's like to me, it seems like this is the morale boost these guys
Motivation.
needed.
Okay.
The first line that I'm going to say is, these are the times that try men's souls. The summer soldier and the, what is it?
I don't know. You got the thing in front of you.
Sunnish. No, that's not it.
Steve lost his place. Yeah. Look out.
No, I can't read my writing.
Oh, that's even better.
Sluggish, maybe?
Yeah, just say sluggish.
Patriot? I don't know. Will, in this crisis, shrink from the service of his country. But he that stands it now deserves the love and thanks of man and woman. Tyranny like hell is not easily conquered. Yet we have this consolation with us, that the hazard, the conflict, the harder the conflict, the more glorious the triumph. And I just think it's amazing that, Washington forced his soldiers to read this.
Well, yeah,
because
he's like, we got to pump these guys up. They might leave.
Yeah.
Who knows? So let's pump them up.
So when we go down,
where was that circulated though? Like that by Thomas Paine, was that? And how did that get out? So
that would have been published in just Philadelphia.
Oh, okay. So it was like a local thing.
Yeah. So like it would have been mass produced.
Was it just like a pamphlet, or was it a paper?
Yeah, it's like just a pamphlet.
A pamphlet. Okay.
A lot of the writers wrote pamphlets back then.
Yeah.
Even Dr. Priestley. He has 220 works. A lot of them are pamphlets.
Right.
He has books, too, that are really thick. But there's some that are just pamphlets.
Interesting.
So when we go down to Washington Crossing, we have this backdrop of this amazing, crossing of the Delaware during troubling times.
What we remember as a story.
Yeah, and we see that.
I remember talking about they didn't have shoes, or they were freezing these guys.
That's like Valley Forge, I think.
Yeah,
is that
more,
Valley Forge?
That's more Valley Forge. And they talked that they were starving, and they weren't really starving.
Okay.
There were times where food was meager, but they were actually pretty well equipped.
Getting some rations.
But so when we go there, the first place that I took you guys was Bowman's Hill Tower. And the reason I took you there was because Bowman's Hill Tower marks the spot where Washington would have gone onto the top of the hill to look out over the terrain to see what he was dealing with.
Yeah.
So
it's like maybe 7-story type tower. It's like just a straight up tower.
Listen, I'm not going to say how tall
I'm
it is.
just guessing. I'm just saying.
When I
I'm
say
just
a
trying to
statue's
explain to
100 feet tall, you're like, no, there's no way.
Fair enough. I'm just trying to explain to our listeners. I'm not questioning you. I'm just
It's a tall
just
tower.
letting them know. On top of the hill, we
It's a
went
tall
up-
round
yeah.
tower. Yeah.
It is.
Yeah, we did not take the climb to the top of the tower this time.
No. And it was built to show and honor the location of, the lookout point for Washington that he used in 1776. Now, people go there and they're like, oh my God, Washington used this tower.
Right.
No, he did not.
Not that one. The area, right?
The area. So the tower itself isn't built till 1931. Okay, so it's much later on. And it's named after Bowman's Hill, which is the hill it's on. Now, it's said that Dr. John Bowman sailed with the British fleet as a surgeon and was captured by the pirates Captain Kidd. Now, when you're captured, you usually have one of two choices. You could either, be stabbed and die,
Right.
or you could join the pirates.
Right.
So he joins the pirates. He
Sure. Who wouldn't?
becomes. I would switch.
Yeah, I'll be a pirate now.
I mean, they got rum.
Yeah.
I mean, how bad can
They
it be?
sing sea shanties. I mean, come on.
Swab the decks.
They're eating oranges all the time. Come on, that's good life.
That is good life.
Pirate's life for me. I think so the song goes. Even.
So Dr.
Hi,
John
diddly-dee.
Bowman, he switches sides, and he becomes a pirate when
well, that's not switching sides. Pirate.
He had to become a pirate.
he had to become a pirate. But
But he's not like switching to like the British.
no, he's becoming a pirate.
He's like a mercenary now.
Exactly. And so Captain Kidd gets captured. So this Dr. John Bowman does not want to be captured and tried as a pirate. So he escapes up the Delaware River and he settles up in a town called Newtown. Now, when Bowman dies, he was buried on that hill. And supposedly in his effects, they found a large chest that was empty, and they assumed that at one time it held a pirate's treasure. So that's one part of the lore.
But it's booty.
Just the booty.
And they just the booty. And they
I think
buried
it's a pirate's ass.
You just open it
I
up.
think
There's
there's
just a
a
butt
pirate's
looking
ass
at
in
you.
this chest.
There might be.
Sorry.
Now,
I thought it was funny.
Thanks, Christy. Appreciate that.
the reason they bury him on the hill is they said it's because it's as near to heaven as he ever expected to get.
Okay.
Because of being a pirate.
Okay.
So
Did they name it after him after he died, Bowman's Hill? Or was that when he settled there?
Well, I'll get to it. But
Okay.
he's one of the people that they think Bowman's Hill is named after.
Okay.
So it says that if you stand near his grave, that he haunts the site. That people hear his moans or groans. And I mean, someone like me might be like, well, it could just be the wind. You're on a hill.
Trees rubbing together.
But the weird thing is, if you ask Bowman, what killed you?
Yeah.
He will say no one.
No.
Or nothing,
Yeah.
depending on the tale. Now, that was...
I remember us.
that
Yeah,
was
talking about that.
first reported in a pamphlet by Charles Burr Todd. And others say that there's, buried treasure still on that hill. So I find it interesting that, everywhere in the U.S., that there's supposedly buried treasure, it becomes a federal park.
Yeah.
that is interesting.
Yep.
It's a common theme,
It is.
So
I've heard about that a lot.
I don't know if that means that there's more credibility to there being a treasure, or at least the government thinking there was.
Are they trying to protect it? Or are they trying to...
Yeah, I think it's a way to preserve possible treasure.
This is ours now.
So
And there was nothing there, by the way.
Yeah.
the thing is,
Nothing to see here.
no one really knows if this John Bowman sailed with Captain Kidd. And Captain Kidd was executed in 1700 to give you a relative time frame. So this is way before 1776 and all this stuff. So by the time we have the famous Delaware crossing, this John Bowman's long gone.
Okay.
You know?
Captain Kidd's a famous pirate. Easy to get your name attached to a famous pirate.
I mean, even locally, we have islands on the Susquehanna that people have made claims in the 1800s that Captain Kidd buried his treasure.
Oh, really?
On this island, you know.
Do you know which one it is?
Yeah.
I do not, but I have
next
read
time we
that
go
it was
past.
Yeah, because I've got some kayaks and a metal detector.
Well, it was in between
Yeah.
Danville and Riverside. There was a island that, you know, a couple men said that they found a chest of treasure, and it made the local papers.
Oh, wow.
So, hit it up.
Let's do it.
It's pretty shallow there. We could definitely go in.
Totally.
Now at Tops. Seriously Dark and Decaf. The dark roasts your mornings are waiting for.
So, we don't know if this is the right John Bowman or Bowman of Bowman's Hill fame. Some say the hill is named after a guy named Thomas Bowman. And then there's this other guy named John Beaumont, who the Beaumont would have, over years, morphed into Bowman.
Could have, would have. Yeah.
So I can't say if there's any truth to it at all. But what I do know is with these 4,000 to 6,000 sick troops that are in the area of Washington Crossing, there are other graves on that hill. In fact, many of the soldiers that died were buried.
So probably unmarked graves.
Unmarked graves on the hill.
And maybe even more than one person in a grave situation.
Hard to say. I mean, but the other thing is, the legend says that if you find Bowman's grave and you ask him this question, he'll answer you.
We didn't go to Bowman's grave that day.
Well, the thing is,
we don't know where it's at.
No one knows where it's at.
It's unmarked.
It's not marked, or if there was a marker, it's long gone or worn away. Like, who the hell knows?
Gotcha.
So, I mean, I like Bowman's Hill, but, you know, the people hear things. They see Revolutionary War soldiers everywhere of Washington's Crossing.
Well, we post that short video on TikTok and YouTube. A lot of people spoke up about Bowman's Hill. A lot of people go there, and a lot of people have a feeling of hauntings and stuff up there. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's very aware it could be something up there.
Yeah.
And if you have this John Bowman buried up there and all these other Revolutionary War soldiers, who the heck knows?
Or just being that old. Yeah. Very cool.
So there's other ghosts in this area. When Washington's going to cross the Delaware, he has 3 ship captains searching the river to get these boats for this traveling.
What do you mean? To try to find boats?
To find boats and to secure them. They had to hide the boats on several islands so that they could use them for themselves and not being taken over by the British.
Gotcha.
So this Captain Daniel Bray is one of the 3 captains that are, getting these boats. And his ghost is said to be seen still along the banks of the Delaware River.
That's cool.
The boats are called Durham boats.
Durham.
And they were like these very wide, very shallow boats, and they were used to transport iron for an ironworks, and that's why they
Durham.
Yeah.
Durham.
I think so.
Really, maybe. Now, another ghost there is William McConkey's ghost. Now, this is the man who owned the ferry.
McConkey's Ferry.
McConkey's Ferry.
I heard you say that before.
Exactly. Now, it's actually, let me correct this. William McConkey owned the ferry on the New Jersey side.
Oh.
His father, Samuel, owned the ferry on the Pennsylvania side.
Okay.
But it's William McConkey's ghost that's supposedly seen at the Washington Crossing wearing a heavy coat.
Interesting. So he's on the wrong side.
Maybe.
Maybe.
Who knows?
Very cool.
But
heavy coat ghost.
It is December.
True that. At least he was dressed appropriately.
Now, I look at all sorts of sources to try to find ghosts. One of the things I do, like Reddit's really good for getting people's perspectives on this. There was a couple that were at the red light by McConkey's Ferry. right before you get onto that extremely narrow bridge.
Yeah.
And they looked over, and there was this young boy wearing a white shirt with white pants and a blue hat. And he was clearly dressed as a Revolutionary War boy.
Okay.
And they were just surprised that this ghost of a kid appeared in the middle of town.
They probably didn't realize it was a ghost right at the beginning.
Well,
But put two and two together.
They kind of put 2 and 2 together that, this is not someone of this time period.
Yeah.
Then in the 1980s, there's this couple driving River Road, which we rode that. I mean, it passed
right along the river.
Right along the river. And they saw a red-haired woman who flagged them down for a ride. Now, this is kind of a common theme. A girl gets a ride.
Yep.
Yeah.
And they drop her off at a house, and then they realize she forgot her purse in the car.
Oh, this is one of those stories?
This is totally one of those stories. So they turn back around, they go to the house to drop off the purse, and it's like 2 a.m. So the guy is very upset that answers the door, because he's like, there's no woman that lives in this house.
Yeah.
So,
and also, sir, you're not holding a purse.
Yeah. Who knows? So, it's interesting that you have the vanishing ghost being seen there.
Yeah.
I mean, just up the road is the New Hope ghost. They have a hitchhiking ghost that's seen just 8 miles away. So, some of the other sites in that area, we walked by this really big white building.
Yeah.
Remember, we walked by it because we were going to go check out the statue.
Yes.
Okay, that's the Washington Crossing Inn. Now, this inn it's called Washington Crossing Inn, so I thought, it had to be here during the Washington Crossing.
It looks way newer than that.
Totally not.
Yeah.
It was built in 1817 by a guy named Bernard Taylor. And his father had bought McConkey's Ferry, and his father's name was Benjamin Taylor.
Okay.
So that's how they got that area. And probably also why they could name it the Washington Crossing Inn.
That was a beautiful little area, especially right down there by the actual crossing. They had statues up. They had all these little... It was very well taken care of.
And a lot of the houses, we're only going to mention a few houses, but so many of the houses are gorgeous.
Yeah.
Remember when we were driving, we'd look and we're like, oh my God,
Yeah.
I couldn't afford to live there.
Remember when we were taking videos and everywhere we went, there was somebody with a leaf blower?
Oh, that's...
Like a gas-powered leaf blower. Just
that was right after we passed.
No matter where we went, we could hear that guy.
Yeah.
And then we were standing, I think, near the Washington statue of him crossing the Delaware.
But everywhere we went.
Damn leaf blower guy.
Leaf blower guy. If that's you, don't reach out.
Yeah. You're not our friend. So,
they didn't know. They didn't know we were making videos.
Hey, pick a different day to leaf blow. That's all I'm saying.
You know what? We need to start carrying an air horn.
Yeah.
So, when someone makes a lot of noise, we can air horn and then yell, quiet on the set.
Quiet on the set, yeah.
Something.
Good idea.
Now, the Washington Crossing Inn, though, even though it's not old enough, it has its haunted lore. Now,
that's pretty cool.
This is going to kind of spark some of the memories of other sites. The lights are said to turn on and off in the attic, and the shades are drawn when they shouldn't be.
Okay.
And the house that reminds me of is the conference house in Staten Island.
Oh.
When Patriots, they would use codes through lights and the
candles and windows
and lamps, windows and stuff like that. So a lot of people wonder if, even though this house isn't old enough to be part of Washington Crossing times, maybe it's a Patriot sending messages. Using the window.
Who knows what was there before that?
Exactly. So this site also has a woman in white. She is seen on the back stairs of the building. And the owner, Frank Cipullo, thinks that Bernard Taylor's ghost, the son of Benjamin, the man who bought the ferry, he thinks he haunts the site. So
fair enough.
I think we should definitely go back and kind of hit it up.
I think we'll be back there because we want to go back to New Hope anyway, and there's a bunch of stuff down there we still have to hit up in that area. So
it's Bucks County. Bucks County has
so much
rot with.
Like we could literally do an entire year and just hit up. Bucks County.
We're going to Westchester, so we got some time down there.
So is Washington's ghost actually said to hunt anywhere around there?
Washington's ghost has seen all sorts of places along America.
Right.
Not at Washington Crossing.
Interesting.
So, like, I did not find any reference to him.
Yeah, I didn't either.
Haunting that area.
Yeah.
Which surprised me.
Right. Because you'd think it'd be kind of an important place in history that he might want to visit again.
One would think.
Yeah.
Now, the one thing I love is when we go to these sites, when we see one of each other's names.
Yeah.
Locally, we're like, oh, that's your relative. Or you guys are usually like, Steve's related to that guy.
Steve's probably related to him.
Yeah.
But this time, it's Christy.
It's me.
One of the houses there is called the Thompson-Neely Farmstead, or I think you said Nelly.
Neely. It looks like.
Is it Neely?
Looks like Neely. You're right.
This is actually a very important farmstead. This was there during the time of the crossing, and the house and grounds was used as the encampment of the soldiers.
Okay.
So imagine the entire grounds of this had thousands of soldiers. I mean, that's a lot of people. Now, the site was also used as a field hospital. In fact, future President James Monroe recovered at this house.
Oh, nice.
And Captain James Moore died in this home on Christmas Day, 1776.
Oh.
It's right in the same time.
Same day that they're crossing.
Same day that they're crossing, this Captain James Moore is dying. Now, he's the only person that's recorded as of dying there. But I think it's because he's a captain. I don't think that they recorded all the privates that died. I think there were more than just his death on the site.
But they reported his just because it was.
But they reported because he's
the important one.
He's the important one. You know, you're just
Makes
private,
sense.
whatever. So the captain and other men that died there are actually buried on the grounds of that building. So obviously that can infuse the ground with some like super haunted lore.
Sure.
And we actually were clued into this by the ranger at Bowman's Hill. Do you guys remember?
He was nice.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
He was telling us
Lots
stories.
of stories to share.
And when we go out, they're usually listening and talking to the people.
Yep.
And I'm the geek, like typing everything. Taking in all the notes. So he told us that...
I love when that happens, by the way. I love when we'll talk to someone in public and Steve will be like, yeah, I know that. And then you'll see his eyes and he'll be like, I'm writing that down. And he'll grab a piece of paper and he'll keep talking, keep listening to you, but he's taking notes on whatever the heck he just learned. I love that.
Well, it's the good thing about knowing what the lore is going to these sites for me is because I know what's not recorded.
Oh.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So for me, I can pick up a part of the story where I'm like, wait, no one's ever written that down. That's not in any of the books.
Nice.
So we got to put this down because then we get to be the first.
Yeah.
So he said that a person's been reported looking out the attic window of the Thompson-Neely Farmstead. And when the person reported, they were actually going to the farmstead to visit it, and the farmstead was actually closed. So the attic itself would have been locked. There was no one in the building.
Oh.
To be peering out.
Yeah. So that's a site that we didn't go into.
Yeah.
Because it was not really on our wheelhouse and to really check out.
Just a little extra.
And then we did do our video. We did 2 videos, I think, down there. One was at McConkey's Ferry, which is the last site that I'm going to really talk about. And that's because that's the spot where the night before or the night that they're going to travel over the Delaware, that's where Washington ate. before they make
at
this
this
trip.
building?
At this building.
If you're on YouTube and you see it, it's the river's like right behind this building. The bridge and river is right behind this building, pretty much.
And it's almost impossible to get clear recordings there because you're literally next to the road.
Right, the road and the river.
Leaf blowers.
And leaf blowers, which are everywhere.
Yeah.
So the person that owned it was Samuel McConkey. And
Great name.
I was just thinking
It's
that.
a great name.
I wonder if there's McConkeys now. I mean, I bet there are.
I feel like
but
there's a
I've never
show-
met a McConkey.
Do you ever Super Troopers guys?
Yeah.
2 of them have their own fire show now, I think. And I
Okay.
think the one's last name is McConkey.
Really?
I think.
Oh, that's cool.
I'm thinking Pee-wee's Playhouse. I hear McConkey. I think of Conky.
Conky.
Oh,
The
yeah.
robot?
Yeah.
Conky.
Yeah.
Nice.
That's what I think every time
Yeah.
I mention this guy's name. Now, I've looked up, I'm like, this place has got to be haunted. Mm-hmm. And I can find, almost zero.
Really?
I found one image of a kid that was standing in front of a window, and the parent took a picture, and I think there's a face in this image. And they posted it on a Reddit thread, and I read through the comments, and the problem with just reflected images in windows is obviously you don't know the leaves are moving.
What's behind that camera?
Is it blurred?
Yeah.
What's behind the photographer? Exactly. It's very open-ended. So
Especially when it's right on the window. It's a little sus, yeah.
Yeah, so I did not put much stock into it.
Sure.
But I just find it interesting that the pivotal spot of Washington's Ferry is not haunted or there's not lore known.
Right.
So there's got to be someone out there that has lore.
Yeah, let us
please
know.
reach out.
Yeah.
I mean,
We don't have any experts down in that area, so I mean, aside from you, Stephen, obviously. But
No, I mean most of the experts that I've read their books from that area, they're all dead. Unfortunately,
helping
a
us.
lot of them have passed on, so they're not able to be. I can't write them a letter and say, "Hey, what else do you know? Where'd you get the source?"
So if you are a paranormal investigator from down there and have some different information, please let us know. Steve will add it to his collection.
I will. So the thing about Washington's Crossing that I find super interesting is the fact that people still visit it. It's a very quaint little town, and you can run across Revolutionary War soldiers there. That's the ghost that people will see randomly around the site, not knowing who they could be. I mean, there's so many soldiers, how would you idea it?
It'd be impossible.
It's
It's funny. You said that too. And the speech you gave, or speech he read, was directed towards men, which I know all speeches are back then directed towards men. But in this picture, the picture from the Delaware Crossing, the famous one that you sent me, if I can get to it, is women in that picture.
Oh, nice.
Like couple.
Are you sure they're not just long-haired men?
That looks like a woman. I mean, it could be. Could be long-haired men. There are definitely long-haired men, but 2 of them are kind of, and I don't mean to judge, rock and roll either way, but that one, I mean, has a appearance like it's supposed to be a woman. The rest of them are wearing the military hats and stuff. She's not. I don't know.
I do know other reenactors locally that have gone down there and they reenact that yearly.
This actual picture.
The crossing, they'll reenact it every year.
How accurate do you think that picture actually is, though?
Not accurate at all.
Very, probably not. Even
I
close.
doubt he was standing up. I doubt he looked all heroic.
There's no way.
I mean, it was at night. They were probably cold. They were maybe had
Huddled.
blankets.
Is it Norman Rockwell? It looks like just kind of that style, at least.
I mean, that painting's been recreated probably hundreds of times.
Yeah, I was gonna say
Everybody does
that's
their own
not the
version.
one that I saw. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, there's many versions of that painting.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay.
But it's always
My version had waves.
Waves.
Yeah.
your version had waves
Yeah.
And an eagle flying through the sky.
Yeah.
and tanks.
Yeah.
Tanks behind it.
But back then there was the airplanes, the fighter jets, and all that. Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I think Washington Crossing is an interesting site, and a lot of the towns near it, like New Hope, have lore that go back
Oh yeah, all the Jersey
to the
towns right there.
1700s and early 1700s. I mean, you have to imagine, being that there was a ferry there, people traveled from, when they were traveling from Philadelphia, that was the main thoroughfare to get to places like New York.
So, I mean, anybody who did that had to travel pretty much through there.
Correct. So, like, a lot of famous people traveled through New
Ben
Hope.
Franklin.
Very well likely.
Probably, right?
More than likely.
Jersey Devil. I'm thinking he traveled. That
The Jersey Devil did go to Philadelphia, so there is a good chance that if he had to use a ferry.
He had to catch the ferry. He does have wings.
He could have just flew wherever he wanted to.
I don't know how they work, though.
Yeah, that's true.
I didn't find any cryptids, though, for
That area.
that particular area.
That's all good.
But
More cryptid episodes to come, I'll tell you that.
Oh, we got so many on the docket.
Yeah. Is that pretty much it from Washington Crossing?
That's all I have for the
cool.
ghost lore of Washington Crossing.
But it is fitting, being that our country is 250 years old and we're doing this. I mean, our country might have looked way different had he not crossed there.
True story. Any of that
So-
stuff could have changed
Yeah.
all of the landscape nowadays.
Yeah, because that battle was pivotal in like boosting morale.
Yeah.
You know, especially after Thomas Paine's,
Right. They all
Pamphlet.
were fired up and then they
fired him up
succeeded
and then
yeah.
they win. It's like, yay. It's like the other shot in the arm was the Battle of Saratoga, with Horatio Gates, leading the charge up there.
Oh.
Now, the Horatio Gates was actually supposed to join on this. And
On the Washington Crossing.
On the Washington Crossing, but they didn't make it in time.
Oh, interesting.
So Horatio Gates, not there.
Yeah.
Not there. Separate thing.
Separate thing, yep.
Oh, very cool.
Cup.
Oh,
Code.
This episode is brought to you by Cup of Code. Is your brand as hard to find as a reliable EVP recording? It's time to stop hiding in the shadows.
Cup of Code helps you haunt the high traffic roads across Pennsylvania from State College to Wilkes-Barre and even down to North Carolina. They put your business on giant digital billboards where thousands of folks can see you.
Right now, catch their biggest promotion yet. Buy 3 months of digital placement and get the 4th month free. Like a recurring spirit, your ad will be seen. This deal ends June 30th. Don't let your competition out-haunt you. Reserve your spot now at cupofcode.com. Washington Crossing is its own little town, so we ate pizza there. Original Dominic's Pizzeria. It was at 1250 General Washington Memorial Boulevard, Washington Crossing, PA. This was our first pizza of the day, so this must have been pretty early in the day.
Yeah.
Very nice staff. We got slices reheated. They had lots of pizza and specialty pizza choices ready to go. Starting the day with slices is not usually a thing, so I wonder if it was like a busy place or
It may be.
we were on a time crunch.
Yeah.
Don't normally do just the slices, but let's see how it goes. Steven with a 4.25 out of 5.
Wow.
Nice one. Reheated. So,
Yeah.
loved the crust. Yeah, there you go. And the sauce had a unique and interesting flavor that I really enjoyed, so probably not tangy.
No, not tangy. And if I remember correctly, that place had a bar.
I don't remember this.
I don't remember.
I'm pretty sure it had a bar.
A bar and slices?
No, a bar at the.
Yeah, but they were selling slices, and they had a bar as well.
I think they might have had a bar.
All right. Maybe they have a bar. Original Dominic's Pizza in Washington
Maybe
Crossing.
they have a bar.
I think that's the shirts they're getting printed right
Yeah,
now.
maybe they have a
We
bar.
might.
Yeah. We might have a bar.
You also said, I really enjoyed the flavor of the sauce, which wasn't overpowered by the pepperoni. It was a great slice of New York style pizza, is what you said.
Okay, so it wasn't too thick.
Yeah.
So, yeah, typical New York style. Christy, 3.5 out of 5. It was flavorful. 3.5 is a good
Yeah,
score.
yeah.
It was flavorful in its own and did not need any additional toppings. It was kind of great, but very yummy. Kind of great, but very yummy. Kind of greasy, maybe?
That's probably what I meant. Yeah.
The pepperoni was nothing special, but also did not overpower the sauce.
Yeah.
So same as Steve. Having tasted the Sicilian slice, oh, look at that. Starting off the day with an extra slice.
Oh, I wonder who did that.
What do you...
Pizza Monster.
I wish there
Monster.
would have been more sauce on the regular slices. Yeah, I usually try something else. So those are good scores. I gave it a 3.25 out of 5, so decent
wow.
score.
Low.
Lower for me,
That's
3.25. Still good pizza. Crust was crispy and held the piece of pizza up well. Nice crispiness to my piece, it says. Sauce seemed underwhelming in flavor, in my opinion, but the cheese was just how I liked it. I would haunt just because it's decent pizza. What do you guys think?
I would haunt it. I mean, obviously,
Nice score from you.
Washington Crossing, I thought it was great. And I think the problem with Washington Crossing I found was parking was not easy.
Bad. Yeah.
In a lot of these little places like that.
Yeah, there just wasn't parking.
So luckily there was a pizza shop there. Huh?
Right.
Had we not gotten there early, I think we would have had even more problems parking.
Yeah.
And I couldn't imagine going during Christmas time if they're doing reenactments or anything like that.
Oh my gosh,
insane.
I mean, all in all, it's probably a 3.75 or higher average. So good pizza.
Yeah.
Original Dominic's. If you're in Washington Crossing, PA, check them out. We would haunt.
Yeah, I'd haunt it.
Other than that, thanks to our sponsor, Cup of Code. Appreciate you.
Yeah.
And like and subscribe if you like what we're doing, please.
Yeah, send us your stories and join us next time you crave a slice of the paranormal.
Happy 250.
Oh, yeah. Happy birthday, America.
America. Out.